switch it out in the middle. I have to.
Just check on YouTube if this is streaming or not. Audio is off.
Don't think so. So we need to type it.
Is that what it sounds like every time? What the flippin' hell is happening?
It's been a little time.
What the flippin' hell is happening? Hey, can you guys hear me? Turn it off. Audio is on, but is the audio like normal right now? Or is it like giving some weird noises and stuff? What?
Now you put us on.
I know. I did that on purpose. Yes, hello from Florida. Is the audio okay, or does it sound like super, super strange?
Or does
Go
it
out
sound
there,
like
Tiff.
we're aliens? No,
Tiffany.
they said it's good. Oh, not even close to normal.
Okay, not even close to normal. Interesting. Sounds staticky, static, not even close to normal. I wonder. Sounds like a fan is on.
It is good now.
It is good now.
The beginning part wasn't, so I think when you turn the...
Tell me right now. Tiff is saying it's good. You guys tell me if this is good or if it's not good.
If they were listening, listen, it's when they were listening before that it sounded really bad. But now...
That's not what people are saying, Tiff. No, it's not good. It's okay, but not normal. Static, static. Now you're in a pipe. Okay, amazing.
You need to figure out your audio, boy.
Fan sound. Default. Let's see. Ooh, that's... How is that not even connected? That doesn't make sense. Check, check. Bear with us. We're going to see what happens.
Testing, testing.
So why is that not popping up?
It does sound like a bandsaw. Okay, Shell, we have something funny, or I have something funny to tell you tonight, so make sure that you stick around. Hopefully Ryan can figure out the audio.
think I got it. So everybody chill out. Rodecaster Pro. Okay. Tell me right now. Don't turn it on, Tiff. Go in the other room.
Yeah, it's good.
Does it work?
Yes.
Tiffany. Does it sound good? Everybody tell me if it's good or not.
Okay.
Crap, do you need an Asian guy stat? Yes, we do need an Asian.
Here's the question. Do you know what you did now so that you can fix this for next time?
I do know. Would you guys like to know?
I would like to know.
The cable was not plugged in all the way.
Oh my gosh.
Which means when I did that interview today with that reporter, I bet you that audio was garbage.
No, because I listened to
on
you.
on YouTube?
In my office, and I didn't hear it, so you're fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's up, guys?
Okay, we're good. Yeah.
Ryan G and Tiffany here.
But low volume. Okay. You want to turn the volume up a little, baby?
How was that? Does that sound higher? Better?
Okay, but
Check, mic 1.
Can we put the air back on now?
We can put the air back on now that we've
look.
solved these problems.
I'm already sweating. So you know what? You know what would happen halfway through the live stream? You would see my eyebrows slowly start to melt down my face.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be good, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
So, we've had a week.
We've had a fun week. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to our lives or not. We tend to have a lot of stuff happen.
We do.
A lot.
We have drama.
Drama. Like, we need a Housewives of Valrico. Is that a thing?
You're not a housewife.
No,
I
you're
don't
the
bring
housewife.
it to you.
Yeah, but I'm like I'm the crazy one. I'm the one all the stuff happens to.
Yeah, like you can't make this stuff up. I feel like people are like, the kids at my kids' school are telling my kids, like, you're lying. You're making this up. This can't be true. Is my face already melting off?
Something's melting.
And it's all true. But they just are like, this much stuff can't happen to you.
Yeah, people always say to us, like when we go to events and stuff, we're like telling them stories, and they're like, there's no way. There's no way this is true. And you guys have to understand, a lot of the times when I film these videos, I'm not filming it for you. I'm filming it just to document what is happening for evidence later.
So we can look back later.
Yeah, because we forget all this stuff.
The big story tonight, Ryan, everybody's wanting to know, like, did we find...
Is Coco Gate over?
Is Coco Gate over? Before
we even talk about that.
Okay.
Let's talk about the Puppy Snatcher 9000.
Okay.
Okay.
Michelle, this is what I'm talking about. Why I was like, as soon as this happened, right?
Michelle, it's going to go on a rampage.
As soon as we got this phone number, okay, from the Puppy Snatcher, I was like, we're going to find out who this is. I'm like, Michelle, we need to get on a live stream. Let's put up the Puppy Snatcher. She will find out who this is. She is the best detective ever.
Okay. All right. So as you guys know, last Sunday, 2 Sundays ago, we lost.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly what I just said. You going to correct me again?
Nope.
Or you got it? Okay.
I got it.
2 Sundays ago, we lost our little puppy, Coco. I spent 6 hours Sunday looking for Coco. Could not find her.
Yeah.
Then Monday, I was up before the sun was up, driving around in my golf cart, driving around on like dangerous railroad tracks and stuff, searching, couldn't find her. I spent several hours that morning. I spent hours at night. Yeah. Then we were like putting out lawn signs and stuff and like with Coco's face all over it. Like it was the most popular damn dog in Valrico.
Yeah, there are flyers everywhere. And then I hit social media, right? So I made tons of videos, tons of posters, tons of things. And I posted in every single group and every lost and found group and every like garage sale group and everything, right? About Coco. And like we literally got, like I was getting like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of notifications and like, you know when you see those true crime movies and you see like where they're like, we got this many leads and they show like the books of like the leads, that's what I got. I had all these people texting me like, I think I made a scene in Riverview. I think this. Did you check this?
I saw your dog in Kansas.
Have you posted here? It might be a person in a white car. And I'm like, where's your evidence? I don't know, but a white car followed my dog. I'm like, okay. So it's crazy.
So Wednesday afternoon, it is approximately 1:50 p.m. I get this text message. And the guy says, hey, I think I have your dog. And I was like, oh my God, that's so amazing, right? So I said, send me a picture. Like, I want to see if this is actually my dog. So the guy sends his picture of a pug, which I'm like, dog looks pretty sad, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, that looks like
it's a pug.
looks like a scared little dog. But as I'm looking at it, I'm like,
The eyes look kind of big.
no, I was like, I think that's Coco. I think that's her, right? So I was like,
I did. I'm like, yeah, that's Coco.
I said, oh my God, dude, like, you're amazing. Where are you? And the guy said Meadow Grove, which is our subdivision, right? So then he goes, y'all want the pup back? And I'm sitting there thinking like,
No.
what kind of stupid flipping question is that?
Yeah.
You think I've been like putting stuff, I put out like 50 signs, like we're posting all over social media. You think I did all that because I just want you to keep the dog? Like, hey bro, just keep the dog,
oh,
right?
yeah, we got the dog and now we don't want it, really.
Yeah, and he goes, we could also keep the dog if not.
No, he's like, well.
Tiffany, I'm reading it. It's right there.
Okay, gotcha.
I said, of course, what's your address? I'll come over. Because again, you're in my neighborhood, right? And he goes, oh, we could meet somewhere in the open or I could bring the dog over. So I was like, what does that mean, out in the open? We're all neighbors. This is a nice neighborhood. Like, we're not hiding anything here, right? And then he goes, so I put my address and I said, just come to my house. I'm standing in the front yard, just come to my house. Also, is there maybe a reward, by the way? Because we bought a collapsible cage, toys, and food. We thought it was just a stray pup and decided to bring it in. And I'm thinking, bro, we got a freaking microchip embedded in this dog's skin. We got a collar with our name, the dog's name, and our address and phone number on it.
Yep.
What?
No, that's what I was going to say. We have all that, so it's funny that they would say that. So Ryan texts me, and he tells me this. I'm like, you're a freaking idiot. I'm like, I don't care if you don't just find a dog, think it's a stray, buy a crate, buy it a bunch of food, and be like, oh, it's our dog. No, you bring it to a vet, you get it scanned, you put up a poster, or you post in a group, anybody missing a dog, or you go to the Lost and Found group and you look for a dog. You don't buy it a bunch of stuff. So I was like furious. This guy's an idiot.
Yeah. Okay, and then he says, we're going to use the reward money to buy a new pup. So I said, yes, there's reward money. Standing in the front yard, just bring me the freaking dog, right? And then he says, give me 5 minutes. I need to bring my mom along to your place so I can drop her off at chemo. Like, I don't know if you guys know this or not. When you're talking to me, I don't care about dumb details like that. Just get to the point. How many times do I say in conversation, Tiffany? Get to the point.
Yeah.
It's all the time, right?
You say it to me all the time.
I say it to everybody. I say it to the children.
Super
like,
mean.
I don't need a huge backstory.
But we like backstories.
Get to the point, okay?
So get to the point, Ryan.
So then they text me this picture, which is odd. It's a woman, her necklace, got a little cleavage hanging out, and then she's obviously holding a pug, right? So we're on our way. We are parked. So now I'm standing out front, right? And at this point, my neighbor Adam comes. I'm like freaking fuming that this is a neighbor in our neighborhood.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, there is no chance in hell I am giving you a dime.
Yeah.
I'm going to find out where you live. I don't have any enemies in this neighborhood.
But we put up a $500 reward, right? Because Ryan said 1,000, but I'm like, I'll try for 500, right? So we did put that up in the groups and stuff. So was part of it. Just putting it out there that we did put, there's a
But
reward.
back to what I was saying is, if this is a neighbor, you are now enemy number one. My children are the most redneck children in this neighborhood. We will make our presence known. That's all I'm saying. We will make our presence known. So then the guy says, we're parked close by. And I look at my buddy Adam, our neighbor, and I'm like, what the hell does that mean? You're parked, like, you live in our neighborhood. Why wouldn't you just come to my house? Mm-hmm. Do you have a picture of you both to confirm ownership? And I'm like, okay. So I texted Tiff, and I'm like, give me a picture of me and this dog. So Tiff sends this picture, and I send it to the guy. You're going to see why that's important in a second. But then the guy's not coming. And I said, are you coming? He responds, and the money. What the freaking hell is this dude's problem?
Yeah.
Bring me the damn dog. I am fuming. And I said to Adam, I said, like, you're about to see Gangster Ryan come out in the streets here of Better Days Place. Like,
and Adam is very reserved.
He's very reserved.
I think he likes the excitement. I think he's like, I'm so happy I live next to these people because they've got a lot going on. It makes his life a little funner, right?
It happens to everybody. Everybody's like, I live vicariously through your guys' nonsense. Yeah. So then he says, I need assurance you're going to give me the money after you get your dog back. I spent my money on a lot of stuff, about $200, and I need that back. Return the stuff you bought.
So you said, sir, I already said I would be funny. What?
I already said I would give you the money.
Oh.
Please bring me my dog. My children have been crying for days. We just want our dog back. Like, you're playing these stupid freaking games.
You got a typo.
Just bring me the damn dog. Because I'm using voice to text and I'm like screaming at my phone, right? I have PayPal and Cash App, so I know that I'm getting my money back after you get your dog. Yeah, so one pocket says, did you ask him for a receipt? That'd be here's some scam artists calling me right now. Okay. So then he texted me another picture.
I think that was that guy. It said Colorado.
You could easily not give the money after you get your dog back and I lose what I spent. I have to take my mom for treatment, so I'll leave soon. Or you can keep the money and we'll just keep the dog and use the reward money to buy your own dog. Buy another dog.
Go buy another dog.
Okay, so at this point, my golf cart, White Lightning, is already out of the out of the garage. It's in the driveway, and I said, Adam, let's roll. Adam got on the golf cart. He picked up a landscaping brick out of his lawn because Adam is from New Jersey and he's ready to do some gangster shit with me. Because now
I hope he's watching right now.
Now I'm thinking like, okay, this guy said he's around the corner. I'll just drive around the corner. I'll catch you, right?
Right.
But I was super nervous.
On a golf cart.
I said to Adam, I was like, I don't want to do this, Adam. And he said, why? And I said, I'm worried that these people have my dog.
Yeah.
I'm going to get in an argument with them in their car.
Yeah.
I'm going to lose control and I'm going to like grab the dog out of their car.
Yep.
And one of
It's
these
gonna get bad.
One of these dudes is gonna shoot me, or I might do something that I later regret.
It could
right?
be a high emotion moment.
Dude,
You're recognizing
this could be
that.
so freaking bad.
Yeah.
Okay, so I jump on the golf cart. We like drive around, and there's like, so now we know it was just some lonely person or whatever sitting over there, and I'm like, this is it.
Were they in a black car?
I don't know, but they are in a car, and I pull up, and I'm like, nah, it's not a white person. So I was like, you're lucky today, buddy. You're lucky. So then, like, we see some other cars, and we're like, that's
because
not
you're
it.
looking for someone that looks like this lady.
He
Gotcha.
said it's his mom. I'm looking for a white person. I'm going to attack him like a freaking badger.
Yes.
So,
like a badger.
Freaking badger, like a howling monkey.
Like, can you just demonstrate real quick? Like, is it?
I just go, like that. This is going to happen.
Okay. Very scary and intimidating, Ryan.
So then we go on and whatever. And I said, the guy said, I'm not asking for all of it. So I texted him a picture of the money, right?
Yeah.
And I said, like, I have the money, bro. There's not a chance in hell I'm PayPaling you any money.
Yeah.
So you can bring me the damn dog. I'll hand you the cash and you can be on your damn way, right? I'm not asking for all of it. You can PayPal part of it and keep the rest cash and I'll give it to you when you get your dog back, blah, blah, blah. So he kept saying, I need you to confirm.
And I will
now
continue
listen.
caring for the dog. Oh, or keep it and I'll continue caring for the dog.
So I said, I already confirmed. You're going to get your money. Bring me the dog. Now, let me tell you, he was not going to get the money. I was going to rip that dog out of his hand.
Yeah, I know.
And you were not going to get a damn dime from me.
Yeah.
But that's not the point. And I said, in fact, this transaction would have been over 10 minutes ago if you would have just come to my damn house. Mm-hmm. So anyway, we just keep proceeding through it. Finally, the guy says, I'm on my way to drop off my mom. I'm not meeting without confirmation that I'm getting my money. If it comes to that, I'll keep the dog and you keep the money. PayPal me $100 or, and I'll come and get the other $400. Then that's when Tiffany came home. And Tiffany, I'm not going to post those.
You're not?
No. Do you want me to read them? It doesn't matter.
I thought it was pretty good.
Things got a little hectic when Tiff got home.
Listen, you mother effer. You are going to give us our dog or I'm going to find you. I said, I will hunt you down and I will make your life a living hell. I said, I will post your phone number and this picture of your mother and her necklace all over the place. I will find you and I will make sure that you are arrested and charged with theft. I said, I will prove it. I will find that dog. I will bring it. I will get it scanned. It will show that it's ours and I will make your life a living hell is what I said. I said... Or you can return the dog to us and we can both go on our ways. But you are not getting a mother effing dime from me, you piece of popcorn.
It was very aggressive. And
then I sent it all and I clicked send and Ryan's like, oh, why'd you do that? I'm like, I asked you if I could do it. I didn't just do it. I asked you, like, should I? Like, let's tell him we have a certain set of skills.
So, yeah, as I was standing with Adam and our other neighbor drove by, I was like voice to texting this guy. And then I said to him, I cut this part out too, but I was like, I said, bring me my dog or I will find you and I will kill you. And then
he goes, don't send that.
And then Adam and my neighbor Jose, they were like, bro, don't send that. And I was like, I'm just teasing. And I deleted it. But it was like the perfect time in my life to be able to use that one-liner from Taken, right?
So then we're like, nothing happens. Okay. Thank you, buddy.
Yeah,
so
thanks, buddy.
Nothing happens, right? The guy doesn't respond. I'm like, that's it. I'm making a banner. We're going live. We're going to get this guy. I said, we'll get Shell on it. We're going to do all this stuff, right? And then
Michelle, first name is Kevin.
Yeah.
I'm working on the last name.
So I post it. We got his name. So I post it in like a bunch of groups, right? Do you know this person? Do you know this phone number? Is this, somebody you know? This is the mom. This is her necklace. This is a close-up of the necklace. Help us find our Coco. Hashtag bring Coco home. And I had like a whole bunch of people like, yeah, do-do-do, share, do-do-do. And then people started clicking and saying, he's doing this.
All across the country.
All across the country. And there are screenshots of this guy with his phone number. I've got your birds. And then a picture of the birds. I've got your cat. Do you want your cat back? What he does is he watches for lost and found pets that offer a reward. And then he texts the person and tell them about the picture scam. This guy's smart.
Okay, this is what the guy does that is so freaking brilliant. I didn't realize this until it was all over. But this guy said, hey, you got a picture to confirm ownership? So now, when the next family is like, hey, send me a picture to confirm this is my dog, this asshole
is going to use ours.
Is going to use my picture. He's going to use it for a schnauzer. He's going to use it for a pug.
He's going to pretend that that's him, and people are going to be like, hey, you know this asshole? When they find out, right?
It's pretty smart, right?
They're going to use you.
Yeah, so O-Town Racer, I don't know if I should say this next part, but okay, so let me finish this up. Yeah. I am not encouraging anybody to do this, but wouldn't it be cool if we all sent this guy a text message?
Now, don't say anything about Coco because he has our address. And I know that he lives in Colorado. I know that. But still, I don't know, like, what ties he has or whatever. So what I would say is be like,
hey, I found your dog.
I found your giraffe. Is this your giraffe? And send him a picture of a giraffe. Just blow up his phone. Let's have fun. Just text him a bunch of random crap. If you're brave enough, send him a dick pic.
We think he's Arabic, so he will definitely be very offended by that.
We have his name. So if you Google it, his name comes up. If you Google the phone number, you see that he's a known scammer. He does this all over the place. We did contact the sheriff. The sheriff did get his information. They're not going to do anything about it.
Yeah.
But feel free to write that number down and, blow it up for a while. It could be fun.
Yeah. Okay. Aldi says, I'm down for it. I have a dozen texts ready to go. Tom Cigars.
I'm Asian. He's got something.
Yeah, so.
Okay, so Tom's going to send the dick pic.
Okay, so then, like, all this happened, right?
Okay, so just back up a minute. So while this is happening, we're excited. We're like, we're going to get the dog back before the kids get home from school. It's going to be so awesome. We're so excited. And then we find this out. We're so bummed. We thought we were going to get Coco. Now there's no more Coco. There's nothing happening. The kids get picked up from the bus. We don't have Coco. We tell them this stupid scammer guy, and we're all sad again.
Okay, so then we're like all a little bit stressed. So we're like, okay, let's stop working. Let's just kind of hang out as a family. We'll watch a movie. So we're all like laying there. Now, you guys probably know this by now. I do not answer my phone for anybody.
Ever.
Unless it is Tiffany or my children or Tiffany's sister or Tiff's dad. Like, those are the 6 people I'll ever answer my phone to. It's very rare I'll ever answer my phone.
Okay.
So I'm sitting there watching TV, and this guy calls me. His name's Kevin. And I'm just like, I got to answer it. I got to answer. So I answer it, and I'm like, hello. And the guy goes, hey, I think your dog is, like, running around my pond. And I said, bro, where do you live? And he said, like, 52 minutes. And I was like, I'm going to need you to text that to me because I didn't understand anything. So I said, I'll be there in 2 minutes. So I hung up. I look at Tiffany, and I'm, like, doing this. And I said, everybody get dressed. We got to roll. This is it.
No, that's not what happened. You said, everybody get dressed. Let's go. And I said, Ryan, what's happening? He said, get dressed. I said, Ryan, just tell me, like, what's happened. Just get dressed, like, just go. I'm like, okay. So we're all like, you know, Dad, what? He's like, just go. So we all get in the car.
Like, in my mind, I'm
and
thinking.
we have no idea what's happening. We're all in the car. So then we get in the car. We're like, okay, now we're all in the car. He can talk to us, right? Ryan, where are we going? Just stop it, stop. I'm like, okay, so Ryan.
Because I'm telling her, now I'm driving, and I said, put this address in a GPS, figure out where the hell this is. We know it's somewhere around here, but we need to know where it is, right? Yeah. Stop asking me questions that don't matter. You don't need to know what's happening. Just get this address in.
Would be nice. You could just say,
okay, whatever.
Somebody thinks they saw Coco. We're on our way. I mean, you could have shared that.
I was a little amped up, Tiff.
With us.
So anyway, we roll
it. A neighborhood and a half
the
over.
neighborhood that I wrecked my truck in while looking for Coco.
If you watched last week when he said he backed into a gate.
Totally destroyed the back end of my truck.
Destroyed the bumper of his truck. This is the neighborhood. So we get in the neighborhood. We drive to the house. We all jump out of the vehicle, right? Both boys, me, Ryan, we run to this house, and they're standing there. And they're like, we just saw him. We just saw this little pug run up to they have one of those fences that's like all metal that you can see through. And so we're like, okay, so we're going to run around this pond now, because he said she ran around the pond, and there's bushes on this side and then around the pond. So Ryan starts going around the pond. I get in the truck, and I start driving to the other side of the pond, right? And as I'm driving, I'm yelling out the way I say Coco's name. Coco! Coco!
Like a friggin' bird.
Coco,
yeah, Kareem Abdullah.
Yep, that's his name.
Abdullah.
Yeah. So then, all of a sudden, I see this little freaking dog stop and turn its head. And I knew right away, and Jax is like, Coco! And I slammed on the freaking brakes. It was like we were doing like a drive-by. The doors flew open, poof. And then Jax and I ran out. We're like, Coco, Coco! And then she's like, you know, like she doesn't know what to do. And then all of a sudden Jax gets down and she runs to Jax, and it was like just in a movie. Like she could not handle the excitement. Jax couldn't handle the excitement. It was just like in a movie, right? Just so super crazy. And then I saw Ryan through the houses. I'm like, we've got her! And then we jumped in the truck and drove around. It was pretty freaking
Okay, so what's
awesome.
funny, this man, Kevin, and his wife, I don't remember her name, and her daughter, but, you know, we thanked them. We're all appreciative or whatever. I reach into my back pocket, pull out the $500, hand it to him, and he goes, well, I don't want that.
He goes, oh, no, I have a dog. He said, no, I can't take that. And I was like, thank God. I mean, we would have gave it if we had to, but I mean, I was hoping that we wouldn't have to, right?
Yeah.
So, happy ending. Do you have the video that I sent you? Please tell me
I don't have a video.
Are you kidding?
I ain't got no video.
I gave it to you, and I said, put this up.
I was busy doing something. I was in the hot tub.
Nothing. Nope. There's no excuse for your lack of preparedness. I had a really nice homecoming video for you guys that showed Coco.
Hold on. I can probably get it up. Just keep talking.
So, long story short, then we text this Kareem, whatever. No, what's his name? We text this guy, and we're like, screw you.
No.
We have Coco.
Here's what happened. I texted that guy, and I was like, hey, you stupid F-tard. I said, we found Coco. I hope you die in a car accident.
That wasn't very nice, but.
And then the kids were like, Dad, you shouldn't have said that. And I was like, no. I agree we should be polite and nice sometimes, but no, I'm not being polite and nice now. I am being ghetto Ryan, and I'm going to say whatever I want to say right now.
Yeah.
So I was very upset. Okay, let's see. Can you guys see that video?
Thank you today. Yes, we are trying to make the world a much better place. And if we see sad and his friends coming our way, yes, we'll politely say, please go away. So are you ready to go on a quest? It's only me and you and happiness. And side by side we walk, happy and me. Yes, together we are a champion team. And together we're a well-oiled machine. Yes, we are the best of friends, happy and me. No, I won't let anything come between us. And if we see a problem, then it'll teach us. But every day is a new day to learn something new. As long as we keep on smiling, sad has no room. So are you ready ready to go on a quest. It's only me and you and happiness. And side by side we walk, happy and me. Yes, take a moment to say.
Okay, so pretty crazy. So lots of people are texting the guy. Eddie texted him a picture of his package.
No, he did not.
That's what he said.
Eddie, really?
Yeah. And then the guy said, "What's up, shorty?" or something like that. Yeah, it's freaking awesome.
Oh my gosh! So we have Coco home, and I did some investigative work, and I was able to find out that Ryan was actually the one that was responsible.
Yeah, I left the door open.
Ryan left the door open, going in the hot tub or rinsing off or something like that. And yes, we have an air tag on her now. So she is no longer going to escape without us knowing. But here's the story. We got her back. She had like blood on her head. She lost a bunch of weight. She had been running around in the woods, lost in the woods behind this lake for 3 full days. This little puppy, I mean, she's 6 months old. So she survived. She was super.
There were 3 big gators in the pond that we found her next to.
And we have tons of coyotes here. So, but she made it. She survived. You know, she's all healed up. She drank like so much water and ate so much. So then she had like puking and pooping and stuff for a couple days. But now she's all good and all healed and everybody's happy.
Yeah.
So that was a long story, but that's the story of the return of Coco.
Yeah. So we're all going to text him right after the show. I'll text him too.
Yeah, pretty much
that'd be pretty funny.
Okay.
All right, so first question. Benjamin, can I purchase a gun if you have a withheld adjudication? I see I can't get it concealed until 3 years after, but what about purchasing a gun? Yeah, Benjamin, the rule is the exact same. So you cannot buy a gun. You cannot get a concealed carry permit. You are not eligible to own a firearm or even touch a gun, frankly, until 3 years after your court-ordered mandate or punishment for the adjudication of guilt withheld has ended.
Yeah, so just to clarify, because I know some people get confused. They think it's like when the court's over, but it's when all the probation, everything is fulfilled. If you have community hours, it's once the community hours are completely done and fulfilled, then it's 3 years after that. Right. It's after whatever was mandated by the courts.
Do you want to tell everybody about the weird text message we got today about the dude going on trial?
I think it's actually a lady, but so she's like, "Do you have a gun safety course?" And I'm like, "Can you elaborate? What are you looking for? Are you looking for your concealed carry permit? Do you just want to know, do you want to shoot different guns? What do you want?" And then she's like, I think it's a she. "Well, I need to take a gun safety class before my self-defense trial." And I was like, "Oh, okay."
So sounds like this person using a gun in self-defense is clearly getting tried for some type of crime.
Yeah, and wants to get some type of... So here's the thing. Do it beforehand. Don't do it after. I mean, I don't know. Does it really work after the fact?
I think it shows clearly that you're just doing this because a trial is happening and you're trying to make your case look better, make you look like you're a responsible person or whatever. Yeah. But if you guys remember, I talked about this a couple weeks ago when the Michael Draka shooting happened. You guys remember the Michael Draka shooting? That's the guy who got... Thank you today. Yes, we are trying to make the... So Michael Draka is the guy who used to be the parking lot police and went up and confronted people for parking in a handicapped spot. Somebody pushed him named Marquise. Michael Draka pulled out a gun, shot him in the lung and heart, and Marquise died, right? So during the Michael Draka trial, the prosecutor really hammered him and said, when did you get your concealed carry permit? And he said, well, I got my permit in 1988 or something like that. And they were like, okay, so what training courses have you done since 1988? And Draka was like, well, actually, I haven't done any. They hammered him with that. Hammered him. And they really, which it is irresponsible, right? Owning a firearm is a really big deal. Staying up on the laws is a big flipping deal. Yeah. And if you're not willing to put in that little bit of effort, then you shouldn't own a gun, frankly. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's hard. Yes and no, because it's hard to say, did he go to the range? Did he practice? Did he, what was there? I don't know, because I didn't see that part of the trial. I did watch most of the trial, but I do think that having beforehand, having that evidence that I took these steps to be a responsible gun owner, I think that's very helpful.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, we'll see.
Yeah, so Philip says, adjudication, is that like a different tactic to remove the Second Amendment? No.
No.
So it's important. A lot of gun owners are very confused, okay? Very confused. The Founding Fathers believed that certain individuals should not own guns, okay? They believed that people that had mental illness should not have access to guns. Mm-hmm. The Founding Fathers believed that people who were convicted of violent crimes like felonies should not own guns, right? So, and courts have upheld that since the very beginning, right after ratification of the Constitution. The courts have always upheld that certain individuals do not have the right to own or possess firearms, which I think any reasonable person would agree with.
Yeah.
Would anybody in here be okay if somebody spent a year in a mental institution? Should that person ever own a gun? No. I had a doctor in the class. I actually went shooting with this doctor again today, but he works at a local hospital, and I said, like, what kind of crazy stuff have you had go on in this hospital? Mm-hmm. And he said, well, we had a homicidal patient come in recently. And I said, how do you know the patient is homicidal? How would you know that? And he said, well, the guy came in and said that he was having mental health issues. So we asked him, are you homicidal? And the man said, yes. Then they asked him, do you have a plan? Have you thought of a plan of how you're going to commit this homicide? And the man said, yes, I'm going to go to this building. It's a local business in Brandon, because there's always a lot of people, and I'm going to shoot everybody that's inside of this building. That's pretty freaking crazy. Okay. Then the psychiatrist says, and the doctor, well, if you've already had the plan, you already desire to do this, why haven't you done it yet? And the man said, I don't own a rifle yet. So that tells me the only thing standing in this scumbag's way of committing mass murder is that he doesn't own the tool yet to do it.
Yeah.
That is somebody, in my opinion, that should not own firearms.
Okay, but you said, so I want to back up a minute. So you said, like, that have felonies, but there's people that have, like, felonies for, like...
violent felonies.
Right, exactly.
So writing a bad check.
And there are some people that have spent a year in a mental institution, and it's because they lost their mind. They lost their family, they lost their money, or they lost a kid, and so I think there's also, like...
But they still should not be allowed to have guns. You've already proven...
I disagree.
You've already proven something. Okay.
Yeah.
And I get maybe you're rehabilitated, life's a little bit better or different now.
Things have changed.
But you've already crossed the line. And certain lines, listen, if you rape a woman, I don't care about you. The fact you met Jesus, you turned your life around, nobody cares. You do not have a right to own a gun, in my opinion. If you went and murdered somebody or beat somebody to death, I don't care that your life is different or that you're the pastor of a church now. You do not have a right to own guns, in my opinion. Okay? You've proven who you are as a person, and it's over. Do you agree or no? No. You're out. You're out.
Well, I'm just thinking about your past, Rye. I mean, you weren't Mr. Nice Guy.
I was not.
You did a lot of stupid stuff, and do you think, like,
but guess
now...
what? I never got caught.
I know, but what if you would have got caught, and now you're totally different?
But again, I am different. But again, it's just, listen, man, this is just the way that it is. I don't know.
Sorry.
I don't know.
I think that you should be able to file, maybe.
How do you prove any of that? It's just very hard. It's just very hard.
Yeah. Certain things, though, I think shouldn't matter. Like, if you had...
Like, if you're Asian. Asian people should be allowed to have guns.
Don't say that. People that don't know in context aren't going to know what you're saying. Yeah, I don't know. I think there's, like, different things. Like, if you had more than 3 DUIs or something.
That doesn't matter, though. Because you're just an idiot. You're drinking and driving. You're doing dumb stuff, right?
Yeah, but I think that you should be able to get your permit later. And I agree with that, right? But even if you have if you have 3 DUIs, you're deemed as a habitual offender in Florida, and then you just have to wait a certain period of time, which is 3 years, and then you can get your rights. You can own guns again. Yeah. That is legitimate to me, right? Yeah. But if you sold your baby into sex slavery, I'm going to say you don't have rights anymore. You've proven to the world you are not competent enough to make good decisions. You're out. No decisions, no rights. Okay, so somebody said, did I hear about constitutional carry in Florida today? Yep, I saw the press conference, which was like very long and boring and drawn out. Can't they just get to the point, right?
Oh my God, dude. Like,
Get to the
this
important
takes 5
stuff.
minutes. We introduced a new bill, which is the same bill we've introduced 7 years in a row, and it has never made it out of committee. So we've introduced the exact same bill, and we'll see if it goes anywhere this time, because it always goes nowhere. So yeah, that's basically it.
So, all right. Somebody said that they sent the guy a message and said, I found your bird, bro. If you want it back, send me a message. And then they sent them the middle finger. Okay. This guy's going to be like, who was it? I told him, I said, and we're going to post this to our 100,000 YouTube subscribers, and we're going to find you. It was funny. So this guy's he knows it's us probably.
Yeah, good.
Oh, well.
Okay, so we got that question. All right, there was an active shooting that happened in California over the weekend.
No. Oh, was this over the weekend?
Saturday.
Oh, yeah, this one. Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
You ready? On board now?
Sorry.
This is a shooter. Tom, I assume this is a relative of yours.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay, let's watch the video.
Last hour, officials in California announcing that one of the individuals who was in the hospital has succumbed to their injuries, bringing the total death toll to 11. On Saturday, as community members gathered to celebrate the Lunar New Year, a gunman opened fire in a dance hall in Monterey Park, California. Then minutes later, the suspect arrived at a second dance hall a short distance away, but was disarmed before he was able to start shooting. That man who took action is being hailed as a hero. He spoke to Lester Holt about that moment. Take a listen.
Did he say anything to you?
No, that was the scary part. When he came in, he said nothing. His face was very stoic. The expressions were mostly in his eyes, looking around, trying to find people, trying to scout the area for other people.
So how did you decide what to do?
Well, there was a moment I actually froze up because I had the belief that I was going to die. Like, my life was ending here at that very moment. But something amazing happened, a miracle actually. He started to try to prep his weapon so he could shoot everybody. But then it dawned on me that this was the moment to disarm him. I could do something here that could protect everybody and potentially save myself.
What's up? Are you stopping this?
No, I thought I edited this out, but that must have been a different version of the video.
Okay, so are you gonna
Hold on, no, we're gonna show the attack.
Okay. Wow.
This is like the most frustrating damn website ever.
Yeah, so this is him. What's it? I love that he's not like a big tough guy, but he just like did it anyway. That's so awesome.
Yeah, pretty crazy. Killed 11 people. So I guess it wasn't this Saturday. It was in the past.
Yes. They just released the video of this sheepdog, right? Because we all knew that he stopped the shooter, but none of us like knew anything about him. So just on January 23rd, they released the video, did an interview with this guy, and super cool. I love it that he's like this little guy, and he, like very unassuming. You wouldn't expect. So very cool. You're brave. You're brave to do that.
Dude's got balls, man.
Yeah.
So I want to introduce you guys to a new feature we have on the Tampa Carry website. If you go to ask.tampacarry.com, you can actually record just using your phone. What's the problem?
I don't know if I updated that URL.
Okay. Well, this is what you gave me to work with.
Okay.
Okay, so you can send a voice message to Ryan G. Tom, make sure it's clean. I have children. So it's pretty neat. So let's listen to our first question.
Ryan, do you have classes in the Fort Lauderdale area? I took your class in Tampa.
Okay, so we actually get questions like this a lot of people saying like, hey, Ryan, I love your stuff. Really want to take your class, but I live in Miami. I live in Tallahassee, or I live in Orlando, or whatever. And they just don't want to drive. Now, we do have people drive from all those places, Miami, Jacksonville, whatever, to come take our class. But wouldn't it be amazing if we could just refer them to like our partners?
Yes.
Like firearms instructors we already trust that are selling all of my courses, my books, all my cool stuff. So that's what Warrior Cloud is. So Warrior Cloud is a software that Tiffany spent the last 2 years building. Forever.
I've been stuck in a hole in my office.
Yeah.
Like you see on the movies. I broke the code.
So
not quite.
Warrior Cloud allows Florida fire. This is are you ready? You ready for the hook?
Oh, gosh.
This is the proven system that Tiffany and I have used to make over $2 million as Florida firearms instructors, and how you can ethically copy our system in less than 30 days. Is that crazy or what?
Yeah, I was going to say, where'd that money go, Ryan? So, yes. So we basically, we built this software so that our all Ryan's courses, everything, instructors can just kind of plug and play into that, and they can actually teach, piggyback off of our classes and do the, in-person classes in their city, state, whichever it is. So if that's you, and you're in Fort Lauderdale or Miami or Jacksonville or Tallahassee or any of those places, Ocala, and you want to learn more information, then you can send us a message, or you can just go to www.warriorcloud.io and fill out the little form there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're going to be opening this up very soon. And
very soon.
Ryan will talk to you about it and give you more information.
Yep, it's going to be badass.
So that is it.
Okay. So this is a pretty interesting story.
I know this story.
This is the dog story.
Oh, this is the dog story.
Okay, you tell it.
Okay, so this is a really interesting story, and the reason I say this is because I still get, a lot of comments on Ryan's gun magnet video on YouTube, or having a gun in the car, and it's my right, I don't have to have it in a holster, I can just have it laying on the passenger seat with a magazine over it. And, so no one sees it. Little things like that, right? And we are kind of we really truly believe that you should have the trigger guard covered, right? We think that it should be enclosed in something so that something can't hook in the trigger guard, or the gun can't fly around and go off, right? Something like that. So because we see so many accidents on the news pertaining to people, keys getting stuck, putting guns in their pocket and with a pen, and then pulling the pen out, and then it gets stuck in the trigger guard. So this guy went hunting with his hunting dog. He put his rifle in the back seat. The dog jumped from the front to the back. The dog stepped on the trigger guard. Okay? Gun goes off, kills the guy, the owner.
Is that absolutely insane? What are the chances of that? I almost guarantee you this guy has been driving around like that for a long time. Old school redneck. This is just the way he grew up, right?
Yeah. I don't know if he's a redneck, but I'm just saying this is a crazy fluke accident, I think. Because how was the gun? I keep thinking where was the gun pointed? Because I don't feel like the dog could have changed the position of the gun and did the thing. So I feel like
maybe if it's a spastic dog that's bouncing around, the gun could have moved or shifted, or he slams on the brake and the gun shifts.
Everything laid down and the guns laid down in the back maybe, and they were pointing towards the front. But that just makes me so nervous that you have a gun pointing towards the front, fully loaded, So let this be a lesson to us all once again, that flukes and crazy stuff like this happens, and you need to have that trigger guard covered no matter what. You got to cover that trigger guard.
Yeah.
Put it in something. And if you got a rifle in the back, there's no reason to have that gun fully loaded like that. Yeah. There's no reason. So take it out, unload it, leave the bolt open, or whatever, whatever kind of gun you have. And just super crazy.
Yeah.
Makes me nervous.
All right, next question.
Hold on, Jeff. Hey, Ryan, how you doing today? I'm a former student that came to Tampa carrying, got my conceal a couple of years back. And I got a quick question for you. I just received some information that I absolutely had no clue about. I guess, my work life and me just not paying attention to certain things. But my buddy sent me this video of them saying that the ATF was switching some rules when it came to the AR pistols, and that it can, I guess, become it's like passing this law, I guess, where that if you have the the armband stock that it has, that it was making it illegal or things of that nature, which is kind of crazy to me because I remember at one point when everything was okay with.
Okay, so a couple people have already mentioned in here the AR like pistol brace kind of saga that has been going on for a very long time, like almost 10 years, right? Like
It's been a while.
Obama administration is when this crap like first started, right?
Yeah.
So it's like 1 month they're, 1 year they're legal. The next year they're like, no, these are illegal. And then they're like, actually they are legal. But then they're like, no, actually they're illegal. Well, now ATF has posted the ruling and they are claiming that these stabilizing braces are altering, what a rifle or a pistol is. And they're basically just changing the definition of what a pistol is, what a short barrel rifle is. And so like Florida Sheepdogs says, the clock starts today. So basically we have 128 days from today. If you own a pistol stabilizing brace, you either have to take the brace off and make the brace where it is no longer operable, it can no longer be put on a gun, or you have to take the barrel off of your gun and make it a 16-inch barrel, or you have to file a Form 1, which is an application to manufacture a short barrel rifle with the National Firearms Act office, and then you just have a registered gun. So the big question is, though, so yes, to answer your question, this is a real rule. It's not a law. This is a ruling that ATF and the government is arbitrarily changing without letting it go through Congress, the Senate, the executive branch, which is the way that the Constitution is actually written, which is pretty funny that they're just violating that. The big question is this going to stop violent crime?
Well, no, it's not going to. This is stupid. This is not going to stop anything. It's going to do absolutely nothing. In fact, they're just wasting their freaking time. Like, actually go after bad guys or do something productive. Like, all this time spent over the last 10 years on such a stupid matter is doing absolutely nothing. It's a big waste of freaking, and taxpayers pay their bill, right?
Yeah.
So us taxpayers, I wasn't sure ATF, I don't know, I guess that's government. We are paying for this stupidity. I just want everybody to know that. You are paying for this stupidity.
Yeah, so What's Up says, I bought mine legally according to ATF, so they are staying put. I never committed a crime, therefore I can't be charged or convicted of anything. What's Up? I agree with you. However, this is what is going to happen, okay? There's going to be a lot of, if this actually goes through, right? There's going to be a lot of standouts, a lot of people that are like, F you, I'm not giving you anything, I'm not registering, I'm not doing anything, right? Those individuals, one day, okay, this actually happened in California. This dude was doing like a Zoom interview on TV or something. So he did a Zoom interview, and in the back corner, he had like 5 rifles leaned up against the wall as he was doing this interview. And it was a non-gun related interview. Okay. But that was posted on TV. The sheriff of the county that he was in looked and was like, that's a SCAR 17 leaning up against that guy's wall. There's nobody in this county who has a registered SCAR 17. So we're going to go to this guy's house and see what other unregistered guns this guy has. They arrested that dude and they prosecuted him all because he got too comfortable. Somebody accidentally saw it on an interview. That's going to happen to gun owners.
Someone's going to.
Now, again, I don't support this.
Video or something.
Yeah, somebody's going to just be casually. They're going to shoot it in a YouTube video. They're going to bring it to a gun range. They're going to be arrested for maybe some other crime, right? A broken taillight. Cop sees the guns. He searches the guns. And he's like, oh, crap, you got a pistol arm brace, bro. You got a tax stand for this? No. And somebody's going to get arrested. I almost guarantee you they have some stiff penalty. 10, 15, 25 years if you get caught with one of these things after the rule goes into place. Then they're going to put this all over the place. And they're going to scare the crap out of everybody else. It's kind of like that guy who got caught. He was like illegally making machine guns for people. He had a business in like Pasco County doing it, I think. And he got like 25 years in prison over that. So clearly that is going to scare the crap out of everybody else that's thinking, well, I'll make machine guns for my buddies and show them how to do it. But then your buddy gets caught. He flips and turns you in as a dude that made it for him. And now your ass is sitting in a cage for 25 years and your buddy's at home, sleeping with your wife. Because that's probably what's happening, right?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Okay, so 10 years in prison.
10 years in prison.
And a $250,000 fine.
That's big, dude.
That's a big fine. Ouch.
Yeah. And Florida Sheepdog, the registration is potentially a trap.
Yeah.
Maybe. But I got to tell you, I have like a dozen NFA items. Short barrel rifles, lots of short barrel rifles, lots of suppressors.
Okay, but listen, if you didn't have anything registered, anything, would you?
Well, I did because I wanted short barrel rifles.
Ryan,
and we had that machine gun.
Ryan,
I wanted the machine gun.
Ryan, this is not the question I'm asking you. If you had nothing registered, okay, would you now, and it was just up to the pistol braces, would you bother or would you just? Because
now this is really just over the line. It was over the line before too. I don't know. Because
I think like there's going to be a lot of people that are like, screw you. I don't want anything registered. I've wanted a silencer for years, but I never bought one because I don't want to have anything registered. I don't want an NFA item. I don't want them to know what I have. And I think that those people, there's no freaking way that they're going to get anything registered.
So the one positive of this, just like the bump stock ban did not hold up to constitutional muster, this pistol brace thing, I do not believe is going to be held. The Supreme Court is going to hold this up.
I agree.
The crappy part is it's going to take 5, 6, 10, 15, 20 years for the U.S. Supreme Court to actually hear this case and make a decision.
And by then, it's going to be old news. People are going to get rid of them. And
well, by then, like this is my theory of why they did the bump stock thing, right? So bump stocks were very popular. There were lots of companies making them. Slide Fire Solutions, I'm just making these numbers up, but that was a company that was like the leader of the bump stock world. I bet you they had millions of dollars invested in equipment, resources, staff, intellectual property. Like it was a ton of stuff, right? They got banned and made illegal. And Slide Fire Solutions, again, I'm guessing because I don't know. This is my theory. They probably had to liquidate a lot of that stuff. Sell all the machines, sell the plastic injection molding, sell the CNCs, like get rid of everything, destroy all the inventory, destroy all the raw materials. Like they lost millions and millions of dollars, okay? So now that they reverse it and they're like, actually, bump stocks are legal again. Am I willing to go reinvest tens of millions of dollars again just so that the government can say again in a couple years, actually they're illegal again? Hell no, I'm not spending that money. I'll go invest my money in something else.
So it takes them out, but then it also takes like other potential engineers and stuff like that in the firearms industry that are like, it's just not worth it. And now that they've passed that, it's not passed everywhere, right? That you can sue the firearm manufacturers, or is
no?
it?
That is a federal like thing. So the Sandy Hook Elementary School.
So now that has
Tiffany,
passed,
let me explain what it is. So the victims of the Sandy Hook Elementary shooting, those families sued the manufacturer of the gun, and they won tens of millions of dollars. It was like a ridiculous number. Well, now, like Daniel Defense is getting sued for a ridiculous amount of money, all because that Uvalde mass shooter used a Daniel Defense DDM7. So this kind of stuff is just going to keep happening, and frankly, it's scary. They're making it so that it is extremely difficult for firearm-related businesses to even stay in business. Look at what they're doing in New York.
If you're a firearms company and you don't want to get sued over something like this, probably your best line of defense would be to have your rifle be super expensive so that it's harder to get. And then,
well, the Daniel Defense rifle is expensive.
I know, but I'm just saying then that would also raise the price. So, like, it's having all these negative effects on, not just gun companies, but us as consumers. It's having all these negative effects because this lawsuits and stuff like that, that's going to pass. That's got to pass. The money's got to come from somewhere. So it's going to get passed on to the end user. They're going to have to charge more for their items so that, because their insurance is going to go through the roof now that they're going to be, have the potential of somebody buying their firearm and suing, which is so crazy. So now I would say anybody who ever gets hurt in a car accident needs to sue the manufacturer.
Yeah.
It only makes sense. It's the same logic. Anybody who gets hurt by a drunk driver then now has the ability to sue Ford or sue whoever for tens of millions of dollars because it was their vehicle that the person was driving, which clearly they have nothing to do with.
Yeah.
So the rationale is super stupid and almost I was going to say it doesn't make sense, right? None of this makes sense. But the bottom line is it's making it harder for law-abiding citizens. It's going to make it more expensive. It's going to make it more difficult. And it's going to make it more difficult for manufacturers. Crazy.
All right, guys, that is our show for tonight.
There's the Puppy Snatcher's phone number again. So if you want to send them a message, feel free. Use your creativity.
To not harass, to enlighten this individual that he messed with the wrong people.
Yeah. No, don't say our name because he has our address.
Yeah, don't say our name. He already knows us.
Just say, I found your giraffe.
Yeah. I heard he's Arabic, right? So I heard you like goats. Heard you like goats, buddy.
Don't say that.
Okay.
We have lots of
Arabic people?
Yeah.
That's fine. I
How do
like
you say
Arabic
it?
people. Except
All
when
right,
you feed
guys.
me pigeons.
We appreciate you very much, and we will see you next Monday night live, 7 p.m.
I can't find the video to end this.
What
but
video?
that's okay. All right, guys.